Hi there everyone, it's Misty here from TheJollyFatElf. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's video, I have the second card in my, cards in my 2-for-1 series. So if you missed it, in the last video, I mentioned that I had purchased some flat painted wooden ornament that I wanted to use on cards. And my thought for this was, it's a Christmas or a holiday card with a gift as well. And an inexpensive gift, because the way things are going, we're in a recession, money is tight everywhere, and you may not be able to buy for the people that you normally buy for. Or you may just want to send a nice little gift to friends and family that maybe you haven't seen because of the panini. So yeah, I really love how these turned out. These are available in the Etsy shop if there are any left. I'm not sure. These went up like last week maybe. But yeah, I am so excited to share this with you, and I hope that you are too. So before we head over to the craft table, don't forget to subscribe, leave me a comment, heart, give the video a like, all of the things for some engagement. And yeah, let's head over to the craft table. I'm going to walk you through how I made these cards.
So unfortunately, these did not come pre-hung on the twine. So I cut all of the jute thank you to whoever left that comment letting me know this is called jute. I'd completely forgotten. And then I tied it to each of the 24 ornaments, which was probably one of the most time consuming parts of all of this. But yeah, so I'm going to fast forward through this part because you really don't need to see me do that. And here I am picking out papers. So I picked up some paper pads from Michael's, the Recollections. I think I got all of whatever they brought out for Christmas. And so I am just going through and picking out patterns that I want to use with which ornament. I will say that, and I cut this all out because you really didn't need to see it. Initially, I thought I was going to do cards horizontally, but also like portraits, like on its side standing up. The issue that I ran into is I'm doing these the exact same way I did the ones on Friday. Where I'm leaving on the jute and I'm putting the jute at the back. And I realized I can't do that if I'm doing portrait style cards. So initially I had different papers picked out for some of these. I had them cut, vertically instead of horizontally. And I really had to go back and it was probably about, 4 or 5 sets of these because there's two of each. And so that was a little bit of a hassle. So all in all, this took me probably a couple of hours over a couple of days. I didn't do them all in one day just because, no, that's a lie. I did do them all. In fact, I did both. I did all 48 cards in one day. What am I talking about? I did them all on Sunday. So your girl was tired on Monday. Let me tell you. So I don't like gnomes. I'm just going to put this out there. You guys know I don't love gnomes. I've mentioned that before. I don't really care for gnomes, but these are cute. This art is so stinking cute. And again, these are thin. They're like the wood embellishments that we used to be able to get. They're not very thick. They're not very heavy. I don't think these would need to be hand canceled. I don't think you would need to add extra postage to these, etc., etc. So once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and bring in the card bases. I'm going to do 24 again. And again, these are note cards that I picked up off Amazon. They measure, they're just A2 size note cards. I want to say they were 80 GSM and they're pre-scored. You just have to fold them. And you guys know, even sometimes that's a little crooked. So there were a couple of them I had to go back and fix. Oy. So I will have these listed, probably everything. I'm trying to upload, add stuff to the Etsy shop on Wednesdays. I think I mentioned that before. So that is my goal. Luckily, I'm a little bit ahead on some videos. And this week, the rest of this week, you're going to see the Holidayville cards from the Grinch themed cards. So that's going to be on Wednesday and Friday. And then I'm also going to be posting those on the Stamp Anything channel. So you're going to see some of those. And then I'm a little bit ahead as the month goes on. I cannot wait for you to see what I have in store for you for the last week of this month, which at the time I didn't even realize was the week of Thanksgiving here in the US. I think Thanksgiving is always one that kind of sneaks up on me. intentionally or not. So that's when I realized that I couldn't do them the way that I wanted them. And so I went back to the drawing board. So all of these card layers were cut to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then the layer that went down the middle was cut like either 1 1/2 or 2 by 5 3/8. And it just depended on where the hole fell. So these papers from Michaels all had holes at the top. And so I was really working around that. So, and again, I'm using those same glue dots on the back of these. And here I've sped it up just a little bit. Let me see what I have this going at. Oh, it's 8 times. So it's a little faster than I thought I had sped it up to. But the issue with these, when I mass produce, I try to tell you guys, do each step as you go. The issue with this is I had different papers picked out for the different ornaments. I was concerned that I would mess up or forget or get mad. And I was like, you know what? We're just going to skip it. So for each set of gnomes, I did the entire card. So I had glued everything down. I added the glue dots to the back of it, and then I got it attached and then did the washi tape on the back. So these took a little bit longer than I think they would if you used the same exact paper for all of them. And I probably could have done that. I do still have some of that Miss Kate Cuttables paper that I picked up, but the patterns are so big. The patterns are so big for the most. And you can see that's actually what's at the top left there. Because again, I thought I was going to be able to use it vertically instead of horizontally. And here we go. I've sped this up to 20 times, I believe, because this is a little boring to watch. But again, the biggest problem I had, I think, with these is just trying to make sure I got the backing off of the glue dots without removing the glue dots from the ornament. And I found that if I just kind of rubbed it down pretty well, then it did that for me. Now, this is some of that Miss Kate Cuttables paper. I felt like these two patterns weren't too overwhelming. And of course, this one got a little crooked, per usual. Story of my life. Story of my life. This is also some of that Miss Kate Cuttables paper. You guys know how I am about houndstooth. There's a blue houndstooth in one of these Michaels pads, and I'm like, oh, that's so pretty. I've got to save it for me forever. Oh my word, you guys, you know how I am. So this is some paper from Echo Park, because there are a couple of these gnomes that had like a buffalo plaid or a plaid hat, and I wanted there to be some kind of plaid somewhere on the paper. So that's why you see me bringing in some of the Echo Park paper. And I'm also trying to get through some of my collections. Like I have one that is like, I have 5 sheets left. I'm like, Missy, get it used up and get it out of here. You can't hoard paper forever. You don't have enough room in your house. And unfortunately, Roxy, again, loves plastic. If you didn't know that, I have a cat that loves plastic. And I swear everything in this house has, or everything in this craft room at least, has little teeth marks on it. And I store my pattern paper in 6x6. No, Misty. I store my 6x6 paper in quart size freezer bags. My brain is broken. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, my brain is broken. I apologize. So anyway, so everything has little teeth marks on it. And I'm like, I might as well just get some of this used up. And some of this paper I've been hoarding for eons, and it's time to get through it. So that might be something that I focus on going into 2022, is like trying to use up more of my paper, especially like some of the MFT paper where I have like, I don't know, 4 paper packs of the same paper. And maybe not, because I like to hoard it, and that's what I do. That's what I do. Some people collect bags. I collect makeup and pattern paper. What are you going to do about it? What do you want me to do about it? There's nothing I can do. So I initially almost, I considered they had some round buffalo plaid ornaments that had little gnomes on them. And I kind of considered those because buffalo plaid has just been so popular the last few years. But I decided I liked these a little bit better because they're die cut. Like, that's what I liked about it. They weren't all circles. I like how they look. And if you're someone who's interested in maybe buying all of the cards, let me know. I think as of right now, doing this voiceover, I'm going to sell them individually, but there's 2 of each available. So if you're interested, just reach out to me either via email at TheJollyFatElf@gmail.com, or you can send me a conversation via Etsy, whatever you want to do. Uh-oh, here comes Roxy again. She's so funny. Like, she's just so insistent. And yeah, she's so insistent. Like, she has to have her way. And if she comes in here and I don't like either greet her or pay attention to her, the moment she walks in the door, she just starts going chewing plastic. It's bad, you guys. Okay, so I did this and then I was like, some of the smaller ones felt really empty. So I went into the Silhouette software and created my own sentiment. So it's like season's greetings from our gnome to yours. And I just cut, I think I did 1 3/4 inch circles. And I just used my Silhouette to cut that out because I was like, I'm not using a die on this. It'll take me all day. And I'm just using some of the Scotch foam tape per usual. And I am going to get these adhered. There is a green border around. I should have made it just a little bit thicker and I probably would have liked it a little better. I really wanted stitching, but I couldn't figure out how to cut it without having to put on a second circle behind it. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, but I really do like, and I went with green instead of red because almost all of them have green in them, but not all of them have red, just like that Fa La 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 one. It may have some pink, but they don't all have red, but I'm pretty sure they all have green. So I'm just getting those adhered, and once I do that, that's going to be it. Seriously, it was a little bit time consuming because of the paper, and like, if you went with all of the same exact papers and stuff like that, you could do it all where you do all things at one time. Unfortunately, I just wasn't able to do that. And this, other than the tying the jute and then scoring the cardstock. I'm like, what was the other thing I was able to do? Oh my word. So yeah, this one, I love this one. He's so cute. And I like the one on the sled too. Excuse me, in the sleigh. Oh, I think this one with the tree is my absolute favorite. That one is so stinking cute, and I really love the paper I used. So here is a look at all of them in real time. So much fun. I really do enjoy these. I think this is something that I'll definitely continue to do over the holiday card series going forward. So if you're interested in these, again, they will be probably up Wednesday if I had to guess. So just give me a couple of days to get them up. And again, if you're interested and you want either 12 of them or all 24 of them, just reach out to me and we can make that happen. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know what you think of these 2 videos. If it's something that you want to continue seeing, even as we go into like different seasons of the year, like maybe birthday cards, etc. Let me know. I'd be really interested in knowing what you think. So yeah, that's a lot of talking. I've done like 8 voiceovers today. I apologize if I sound. And then the reason I'm doing it is because I feel like I'm going to lose my voice. Like we've had some weird weather in Dallas, and I feel like I'm going to either get a sinus infection or I'm getting a head cold because my throat is starting to feel scratchy. I don't think it's strep. It better not be strep, because if I got strep, I got it from the doctor's office. I'm going to be mad. But anyway, guys, I love your faces. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Have a good day, night, weekend, wherever you are. And I will see you Wednesday for some Grinchmas. Okay, bye for now.